Welcome back. It is time for us to get our minds aligned with the truth of God's Word for the day. We've got to get our minds going in the right direction every day, the moment we wake, whether that's in the morning or the evening, if you do a swing shift, whatever it is. Take the time to get your mind aligned with God's truth, because your day will flow better, both for you and for the world, when you're able to do that. Today, we're looking at Psalm chapter 76. This is a psalm that is full of verbiage and imagery that is not common to our day. So I want to put that out there right at the front so that you can kind of get your mind ready to hear some things you're not used to hearing, because it talks about spears and swords and flashing arrows and weapons of war, things that we don't recognize as a common part of our day. But in their day, war and the conflict that went on between nations was a very stark reality. There are also some things in here where he talks about the fear of God and who can stand before him. And those are concepts in our culture that are not appreciated as much as they should be, because we need to understand who our God is. He is no one to be trifled with. And so I want to read Psalm 76. And as I do, I want you to remember the God it's describing here is the same God who sent Jesus Christ to the earth. He is the same God who deals with us individually on a day-to-day basis. He's the same God. So read this passage with that in mind. In Judah, God is known. His name is great in Israel. His abode has been established in Salem. His dwelling place in Zion. There he broke the flashing arrows, the shield, the sword, and the weapons of war. Glorious are you, more majestic than the mountains full of prey. The stout-hearted were stripped of their spoil. They sank into sleep. All the men of war were unable to use their hands. At your rebuke, O God of Jacob, both rider and horse lay stunned. But you are to be feared. Who can stand before you when once your anger is roused? From the heavens you uttered judgment. The earth feared and was still, when God arose to establish judgment to save all the humble of the earth. Surely the wrath of man shall praise you. The remnant of wrath you will put on like a belt. Make your vows to the Lord your God and perform them. Let all around him bring gifts to him who is to be feared, who cuts off the spirit of princes, who is to be feared by the kings of the earth. You see, the point of this psalm is to exalt God above everything else, and the psalmist is using a circumstance that the readers would have understood and known about to do that very thing. You see, he's pointing to some battle in their history where God came in and delivered in a mighty way. It sounds like those who were coming against them were just knocked into some kind of stupor by God. And he delivered the nation of Israel, the land of Judah, from this enemy. And he's using that circumstance to point out how awesome and how fearsome their God was. He's saying he's majestic, more majestic than the mountains. So we used to live in Colorado, and the mountains, oh my goodness, majesty is the word that describes them. And he's saying God is more glorious than that. He's using something from their life to point out the greatness of God, both in this circumstance they knew about and in the mountains that they would see around them. And he's pointing out the majesty and glory of their God. And my friends, I am here to tell you this morning, that is the God you serve. That is the God who is with you right now, ready to lead you through your day. No matter what there is in your life that you find difficult or even fun to deal with, God is greater than that thing. He's greater, he's mightier, he's awesomer, if I can say it that way. We need to remember who our God is. We need to recognize his greatness day to day to day so that we can walk in confidence that he is with us. And therefore, nothing can be a threat to us. My friends, go in that truth today and join me again tomorrow.